Well, hello, everybody. It's me, Doodle. And you're probably wondering why I speak with this accent. Well, I'm part Chihuahua, and I have a Hispanic last name. So, hey, hello, everybody. How you doing? How you doing, everybody? I'm doing okay. I'm going to lick his face. You going to say hi? You going to say hi to everybody, Doodle? No? Well, oh, you okay? You okay there? You want more? You want more almond butter? Is that it? Here, let's start with a regular treat. And we're running out of these, so I'm going to have to go get some later. Here you go. You know, he's like, I want the one that smells and tastes like almond butter. All right, well, I'm going to put that there, and that's what you can have for now. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Trippy Food live stream. Did you have a good Valentine's Day? I don't even know if people celebrate Valentine's Day. I know Valentine's Day can be kind of a cruel holiday if you think about it, if you're by yourself, right? So you're like, what's the big deal? I don't know. To me, like even me being married and with somebody, to me and Claudia, it's not really a big deal. We say Happy Valentine's Day. You know, we exchange cards, niceties, and stuff like that. But really, that's it. So it's not that big a deal to us. And just for those of you who it is, though, I hope that you had a good Valentine's Day. Did you get hit with some snow last? Oh, Ice Hand's asking Julie. Who do we got in the room? Let's see. I gotta uncover that thing. We have Jules. Jules was here first. Tom is here. Ice Hand is here. Joshua is here. Joshua Maxwell is here. It's a party. I mean, naturally, it's not a real party until Janice shows up, but it's still a party. So I have to apologize up front to a lot of people, only because I've been very difficult to get in touch with. And it's because I've just been swamped lately. So at work, without getting into too much detail, that would be like, boring the crap out of you. The person who does what I'm temporarily doing, they didn't have a person for a while, and so I've been doing all of that. And then they hired two people that are going to be doing it, and I have to train them in addition to taking the workload that they already had. So I've had really, really long days of work, and then then trying to get stuff edited for the show. I don't know if you guys had noticed that I've tried to put out one short every day, and the reason I'm trying to put out a short every day is because I have a backlog of stuff that I haven't edited. And so I think it was yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, we did the Reese's Big Cup with sugar cookies. That was a Christmas item. That was something that came out at Christmas time, and I filmed it before Christmas, like early December, and I hadn't gotten around to editing it. So I was doing the full episodes that needed to come up because they were timely. But these other shorts and everything didn't get edited. So I've been trying to get them edited and get out one so probably for the next couple of weeks, you're probably going to see a short every day. Now, those usually come out around 6 p.m. Pacific time. So like I said, for the next couple of weeks, you're going to be seeing those. But I'm trying to get through my backlog. There's stuff that I filmed when Tom and Janice and I went out and did some stuff. There's some stuff I filmed there, but there's some big episodes that are going to take the hours to edit. Like we did a trip to the La Brea Tar Pits, which is the Tartar Pits. So we did a trip to La Brea Tar Pits, and we did a trip to the original farmers market in Los Angeles. And there's like little pieces that I have to put all together, and so it's going to take a while to edit. So I've been pretty busy lately. So just appreciate you bearing with me if you've been trying to get in touch with me and I've been difficult to get in touch with, and I'm working on clearing things up so that I can be more available to you guys. Janice is here now. Now it's a party. Hello, Janice. Glad you could make it. I would be disappointed if you didn't, because for those who don't know, and everybody should know by now, but for those who don't know, Janice has not missed a single episode. So like I'm on the roller coaster at knots. But I just wanted to let you know that I'm watching the episode. Craziness. So Doodle left. Did he take his snack? He took his snack. Okay. Yeah. So I'm a little bit short on his Trader Joe's smoked chicken tenders. I do have these Trader Joe's grain-free dog treats with peanut butter and banana. He sort of likes those, but I had to dress them up. So I have a little bit of almond butter, and I just kind of dip them in the almond butter, and then he eats it. Let's see what's in here. Chickpeas, peanut butter, cane molasses, ground coconut, dried bananas, sunflower oil, tapioca starch, natural banana flavor, citric acid, mixed tocopherols, or is that topogijo, and rosemary extract. There's no meat in here. There's no meat at all. It's all. It doesn't say vegan, but you wouldn't say that for dogs anyways. And you wouldn't want to put a dog on a vegan diet. But oh, they're crunchy. If I'm going to give him food, if I'm going to give him snacks, I should see what they taste like, right? I mean, I might be giving him crap and not know it. I gotta try it. I'm not going to eat his dog food though. I'm not going to eat like his wet dog food. This is not going to happen. You're just going to have to deal with it. He would have more if you stopped eating your. Oh, that's the first time I tried one of these. I do like these because these are like chicken jerky. The only ingredient in here is deboned chicken. So they get boned first, then they get deboned. So it's deboned chicken, and they're smoked. So they have that naturally smoked flavor. It's chicken. It's essentially chicken jerky. Now, the reason that it tastes odd, if you were to eat one of these, it would taste odd to you even if you like jerky, is because there's nothing else added to it. So there's no salt, there's no pepper, there's no vinegar, there's no tomato, no paprika, whatever else that is that they put in jerky. There's none in here, which is an interesting question. So Tom, I know that you have like a smoker in your backyard, or did. I don't know if you still do. And I thought you had a smoker in your backyard. I'm just curious. Have you ever made jerky, Tom, in your smoker? Dad went to Kowloon last night for a friend's birthday, got the hot and sour soup and a pot of tea. Soup was 8 out of 10 to the bowl of soup. Soup 8. Oh, the soup is only a bowl of soup, like this size, was $10. That's crazy talk. Jules, did you hear anything else about them closing? Because my understanding is they were supposed to be closing, and they're selling the property. And I guess maybe some of the other properties around that, they're combining that, and they're going to be putting in some, I don't know, something, some sort of commercial thing. And they said there will probably be a Whaley's on the property, but a lot smaller. They're going to demolish the building. I don't know if a new building would have that same tiki vibe, which is the fun thing about going to Kowloon. But I don't know. I haven't heard anything. Dave Aiken is here. Welcome. They're downsizing at some point. Yeah, but I heard that downsizing included tearing down the current building. And like I said, incorporating Kowloon into the new facilities or whatever, but on a smaller scale is what I heard. So I don't know. I mean, I imagine with property values being they are, they would make more money by selling the property, and probably arrange a deal for the property owners to have a smaller presence in there. I think I saw somewhere where they seat something like 2,000, or they can seat like 2,000 people or something along those lines. And somebody goes, no, there's no way. But if you actually go in there and you see all the function rooms and stuff they have, yeah, I can see that you could probably have 2,000 people in there at one time. And so the thing is when they downsize, they obviously won't be able to have that many people. But then the question is maybe they can't get that many people in there. So maybe that's why they're downsizing. So who really knows? I think Julie might know, but then again, might not. So dogs could be on a vegan diet if you balance the nutrients correctly. Yes, correct, Ice Hand. Cats cannot. Yeah, there's no way that cats can go on a vegan diet. The thing is, why? I mean, dogs are naturally omnivores. They have a very meat-heavy diet. Why? I don't know. Why prevent them from being what they are just because you're not what they are? It's it's whatever. I have made jerky in the past, but not in my smoker over the last 10 years. Oh, okay. What's the word of the day? Oh, Adam, we're back to doing that. I forgot about that we used to do that. The word of the day is, let's see, cantankerous. I don't know if we used that before, Adam. I think you were keeping track of it. So let me know if we have used that one before. We will reuse that. So welcome, Adam, and don't be so cantankerous today. All right. Sounds like people are just pouring into the chat. It looks like we have 11 people already, and it's only 1:10. So that's pretty good. That is pretty good. I don't remember. It's been so long. All right. Well, we're gonna go with cantankerous though, and then I'll be sure because you sprung this on me. You surprised me. I will be more ready for it next week with a word just in case. Let's just pretend we haven't. It works for me. I don't think anybody else has written it down anywhere, so it's it's new to a lot of people. If maybe somebody remembers it and says, "Yeah, you've used that one before," but most people don't. To them, it's a new word. So this is really funny. So I told you that I'm filming, I'm editing a lot of the shorts that I have filmed, and I've got like at least 2 weeks. If I do one every single day, I've got at least 2 weeks worth. And it's so funny because what I had to do is I had to get a list of all the shorts that I have published, so I can keep a running list and I can add to that. So I did that. You have to kind of copy and paste into Excel there's no way to export that from YouTube. So I copied and pasted it into Excel. I have myself a nice spreadsheet that tells me all my shorts, all my live streams, all my regular episodes. So I'm going through and I'm numbering them so that I have easy access to them. And when I put them on storage drives and everything, I know by number which one, where to go to if I ever need to go back and get one. And last night I found one that I did twice. So I actually did it twice. I put out 2 shorts with the same product, but filmed at different times and and it was the same year. And I didn't realize that I had previously put that one out. So that's going to happen more and more. As a matter of fact, on these live streams, especially when I'm doing the grab bag, so I'm doing an adult beverage, a soft drink, and 8 snacks. To do that, it's inevitable that I'm going to forget what we've done over the past, well, let me see, how long have I doing live streams? See, now I can check. I have been doing live streams since May of 2020. So almost 5 years of doing live streams. So in that time, it's not going to be too surprising if I get something that I've already reviewed in a live stream. I'm just not going to remember, but maybe you guys will, and maybe you guys will call me on it. So, let's see. Yeah, we're all caught up. Oh, thank you very much, Janice. I also saw your posting where you wished me a happy birthday, so thank you. Everybody's saying hi. Oh, Ray Husky Punk is here. Welcome, Ray. Now, Ray, unless you changed your name, I don't recognize the name. Now, part of that is because I'm old and my memory's not what it used to be. What were we talking about? No, just kidding. So Ray, in the event that you've been here before and I just don't remember, please let me know. Or if you're new to the chat, maybe you've been around the channel for a while, but you're new to the chat and everything. What brings you to our channel and where you're from? And when I say where you're from, please, no street addresses or anything else like that, just like the general metropolitan area. Nashies is here. Okay, cool. Thank you. And thank you again, Nashies. And I did get your birthday wishes elsewhere as well. So let's see. Hey, mixes up me and my siblings all the time. Bless his heart. I do. But don't all parents do that? I mean, seriously. Like, I remember my mom, she raised 4 boys by herself, and one of us was acting up. She would go through the whole line, and then, like, eventually maybe stop where she hit it. So Frank Phil, she would go through the whole line of things. I think people just do that. They're your kids, yeah, and you love them, and that just goes to show that you don't love them the same. So like either you're always calling the same person, or you're forgetting the person's name or anything, and that doesn't happen. You just go through the whole thing. So, and if I'm talking about either of my offspring, I'm doing it with love. So, I'm never saying what a jerk they're being or anything else like that. And I don't remember them being jerks. I mean that seriously. I don't remember my kids being jerks. So, I don't know. I call the girls the puppy name sometimes. I call I think like Claudia calls Doodle by my name sometimes. And sometimes she gets Doodle and my name mixed up. So let's see. Did I miss anything? There's like cat pictures, or that's a dog. That's a dog, I think. I can't tell. It's so tiny. It's either a dog or a cat. I can't tell. Did we ever find out where Ray was from? Ray, are you still here? Or did you just stop in to say hello? And that's okay too. Let's see. Okay, and Dave Aitken is just saying hi to everybody, and everybody's saying okay. So we are at quarter after, so we might as well get started. Unless anybody has any exceptions. Did you poop on the carpet? Doodle, can you clean it after him, please? Exactly. Yeah. Doodle goes, no, it wasn't me. I am just going to refill my mug with my New England coffee. Thank you, Julie. And, a couple sips. Can you guys hear that? My coffee has a stomach ache. I've been subscribed for a while, but checking YouTube feed and saw you were live. I definitely have to watch more of them. I'm glad to catch this one from Texas. Oh, well, welcome, Ray. Good to have you here. So everybody, please give Ray Husky Punk a warm and hearty Trippy Food welcome. All right. Well, welcome, Ray. I hope you will be a regular part of our community. So I guess we'll run by the basics. Just, if you're new to the live stream, run through the basics. Especially like I know a lot of people came over from Reckless Eating. Our live stream is not like Reckless Eating. So two things. So one, we try to watch the language so much. I mean, occasionally we get the double entendre stuff out, stuff like that. That's fine. But we tend to watch the language because although we are not a family channel, we try to be family friendly, and we try to be family friendly so that whole families can watch the live stream and participate in the live stream and not have to feel like you have to put your hand over somebody's ear or you have to explain something to them. So the explaining comes when we do the trivia questions. So we try to be family friendly. So just keep that in mind when you're posting stuff. And the other thing is we don't talk about two things. We will never talk about two things on this channel: religion and politics. Now, I have an opinion on both. I have an opinion on religion. I have an opinion on politics, but there's no place for it on this channel. And the reason I say there's no place for it on this channel is because if we get into a discussion about religion or politics, there goes 2 hours and we haven't gotten to anything. And so we, because Trippy Food is a travel and food channel, we want to do the food, and we want to get the food and, talk about food and talk about travel and all that fun stuff. So no religion, no politics. I respect whatever of those you have, but we just don't discuss it here because, like I said, it gets into discussions that will last 2 hours, and in some cases arguments, which are unnecessary. So there we go. Lived in Abilene for a while. Oh, Tom, I didn't realize that you had lived in Texas. So Abilene is West Texas. It's pretty close to Sweetwater, isn't it, Tom? Where they do the rattlesnake roundup every year. I would love to go to that, the rattlesnake roundup, although I don't want to get bitten by a rattlesnake. Yeah, we have a lot of Texans. We do have a lot of Texans. And I was a Texan for how long? 13 years? 13 years. Lived in Austin, Texas for 13 years. So, yeah. I love Texas. No religion. And no religion too. Got family in the Bedford. Oh, yeah, that's right. Bedford, Texas. That's right. It isn't hard to do. Listen to John Lear. All right, let's get started. So we're going to start with our adult beverage. And this, I'm going to leave it up here because you can see it better than me holding it up. Maybe. This is Erdinger Weißbier Dunkel. It's Erdinger Weißbier Dunkel, and it refers to dark wheat beers. Dunkel. A Dunkel is a dark wheat beer. So this is from the Erdinger Weißbrau, and which is the brewery, which is founded in 1886 by Johann Kleinl in Erding, Germany. That was a terrible accent. All right. So again, this is from the Erdinger Weißbrau brewery, and which was founded in 1886 by Johann Kleinel in Erding, Germany. So Erdinger, get it? Okay. So we are going to try this today. And let's see, Bavarian double maturity method. There's all kinds of little stickers and labels and things on here. Weißbier Dunkel, all natural bottle fermented. And then there's something in German that I'm not even going to attempt. So we have brought back, where is he? We have brought back Richard Simmons because there's a cap and I want to save the cap. But let's ask our trivia question. This is in a brown bottle. There's a purpose for putting beer in brown bottles. The purpose is because beer will go bad when exposed to sunlight and heat. So if you keep it in a cool place where it's not getting heat, and maybe you do get a little bit of sunlight, the brown bottle prevents the sunlight from making the beer go bad. So the question about brown bottles is, which brewery was the first to use brown bottles? Again, which brewery was the first to use brown bottles? I'll give you a clue. It's an American brewery. So which brewery was the first to use brown bottles? There we go. Don't lick the label. That's right. Well, this one doesn't have a Proposition 65 warning, so I can go ahead and lick the label if I feel like it. I thought it said humdinger. Yeah, a little bit. If you just see that part. Oh, so Jules, you'll appreciate this. How does Dinger do it? How does Dinger do it? No? Am I the only one? Am I the only one who remembers that? How does Dinger do it? We don't know. Come on, anybody? Dinger. Dave Dinger Ford in Braintree. Oh, there's a lot of suds in this one. We're label licking. You label licker? What are you, some kind of label licker? All right. Ooh, it's a nice smell. Has kind of a nutty smell. Now, I had a feeling this might happen, so I came prepared. They say, and I don't know if this is true or not, but they do say that if you drink an alcoholic beverage through a straw, the alcohol, I don't know, does something to the alcohol, like accentuates the alcohol. I don't know if there's any truth to that. Any scientists out there that might know the answer to that? Yeah, this one went really crazy. Europe prop is here. Welcome the Europeans. I'm a peon, European. Yeah, well, welcome, Europrop. It's good to see you again. Glad you can make it. I hope it's not too late for you, but who are you calling label licker, you cootie queen? The warning you gave me not to lick the statue at the Getty saved me. I am forever in your debt. That's right. So there was a statue, and I can't remember the name of the artist. When Tom was here, we went to the Getty Center. And there's a statue at the front as you walk in, and it's open. It has public access. It's not chained off or anything else like that. So you could walk up to it and touch it. And there is a Proposition 65 warning label on that statue. It's on the ground in front of the statue. And the reason is because the statue is made mostly of lead, which I thought was really, really interesting that the statue was made of lead. But I told Tom, I said, don't lick that. There's a Proposition 65 warning. Do not lick that statue. My thing was, lead is a very soft material. It's heavy, but it's also very soft. And so it has a very low melting temperature. So I'm surprised that in the heat of the California sun that statue doesn't melt, but there we go. Makes it hit harder for me, but I drink beverages more through a straw anyway. Okay, I have a BS in nursing, and I thought that's BS. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it's just a matter of you're likely to drink things faster with a straw, therefore getting the effects quicker. So I thought it had something to do with air, like you're breathing it in more than you're drinking it. I honestly don't know. Honestly, do not know. But lead tastes so sweet and yummy. I've never actually tasted lead, Nashies. When we were kids, we had this lead brick. I don't know where we found it. It was heavy as hell. It was a brick, brick-sized brick, but it was made out of lead. My guess is they used it to melt it down to make like fishing weights and stuff like that, because most fishing weights are made out of lead, which is bad if you think about it, because you're taking the lead weight, and if you lose your line in the pond or stream or river, whatever, boom, lead in the pond or river. So it's kind of a bad idea, but because it's easy to use, it's pliable, so you can squish it together on your line, and it's heavy. People use it for fishing weights. So maybe the purpose of that brick was just to, as a source for lead if you were going to make lead weights or something like that. I don't know. But I just remember as a kid, I'm going to say probably I was like less than 10 years old, and we had this lead brick, and I just remember trying to pick it up and just like being heavy as hell. But hey, all mods, an old guy visiting LA. Oh, LA, I'm sorry. Old guy was in LA for actually a very, very short period of time. So if you don't count driving down here and driving back, he was only here for, I think, Tom, correct me if I'm wrong, I want to say you were here for 2 full days. And then the other time was either going out or going in, something like that. All right, here we have the Garfield cups from McDonald's that are loaded with lead in the paint, I imagine. We keep them in the garage. Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is like, it's irresponsible to throw them away too, because you're putting lead in the landfill, right? That's really good. That is really good. So it does have this kind of nutty, almost caramel flavor. I know. I don't mean like caramel like that. It has a kind of a caramel flavor, but not like a mouthful of caramel like that I hate. But it does have a very nutty taste. I think they use roasted malt in this. It is a wheat beer, but yeah, very nutty tasting. That's a really nice beer. I don't know what it would go like. It's not so heavy that, even though it's a dark beer, it's not so heavy that you'd have to pair it with like a really strong red meat or something like that. But also, on the other hand, it's not as light or fruity enough to serve with like fish or fruit. So I don't know. It's kind of like it's in the middle somewhere. Just a nice all-around beer. So that is going to get a thumbs up from me. Well, maybe that. Yeah, thumbs up from me. All right. So our question was, which brewery was the first to use brown bottles? Now I got to go back and take a look, because that was a while ago. Okay, here we go. Nashi says Budweiser, which would be Anheuser-Busch. Tom says Coors, which Coors is it Coors Brewery? The brewery is called Coors. Jules said Anheuser-Busch, which is Budweiser. Ice Hand said Schlitz. Look out for the bull. Schlitz malt liquor bull. Here I am showing how old I am by singing the Schlitz malt liquor commercial. I think from the 70s. Janice says Schlitz Brewing Company. It was, in fact, brown bottles were first used by the Joseph Schlitz Brewing Company in Milwaukee, Wisconsin in 1912. So did anybody else get that Dinger thing? How does Dinger do it? Was anybody else get that? I'm trying to see. Jules, you have to know that song. I don't know if Dinger Ford is still there and they're still doing those commercials like on TV or the radio or online even. Jules, did you get that? Schlitz will make. Look out for the bull. Schlitz malt liquor. So for those who are wondering what I was doing with the Dinger thing, there is a car dealership called Dave Dinger Ford in Braintree. And they've been around for a very, very long time. Back, I think, I'm going to say in the 70s, they used to have this jingle. It used to come, like, if you listen to the radio, their ad on the radio was, how does Dinger do it? And then this chorus goes, we don't know. Is it volume sales? Well, yes. and then the song ends with at Dave. No, so go to Dave Dinger Ford in Braintree, and I think they like years later they added something to the end of it and everything. But that's my Dave Dinger Ford song. So for those of you who remember, I don't know how many New Englanders or massholes do we have out there? Maybe just Jules today. Jessica is from New England or from Massachusetts, but Jessica's not here today yet. All right. So yes, it was Joseph Schlitz Brewing Company in 1912 that first started manufacturing beer in brown bottles to keep the sunlight from making the beer go bad. All right. So next, we're going to start with sweet, and then we're going to work into savory, and finish with spicy. We might have spicy in the middle there. So, all righty. Can you guys guess what this is? Can you guys guess what this is? I'll tell you, but I'm just wondering if you can guess what it is. When are you going to try a Mickey's malt liquor? I want to do a malt liquor tasting. So I would do Steel Reserve, Mickey's, what else? Schlitz malt liquor, if I could find that. Colt 45, and again, I don't know if some of these, they still make these, but I want to do a malt liquor tasting. I would have to do that not on a live stream, obviously, because that would go downhill very, very fast. Malt liquor, as opposed to beer, malt liquor it sort of starts out as beer. It's a malt beverage, but they amp up the alcohol level. So the alcohol level is a lot stronger. It's like Four Loko or something like that. And so if I was to drink a bunch of them, long term, it would probably not go well live. But I want to do a malt liquor tasting. Maybe next time Matt's around. But then I don't want either one of us to have to drive, so I'll have to figure that one out. But I do have that on my list of things to do, malt liquors, and we will do that malt liquor tasting. Drink shots of it or something like that. We'll figure it out. I saw the preview on the community tab. The goop should be something. This goop. Oh yes, it should be. It's very interesting. There's a very odd collection of different things here. So, yeah, OE. That's right. Is OE Unleash the Tiger? Is that OE or is that? Yeah, I think it is. I think OE is the one they say Unleash the Tiger. So we got to do a 40 of OE. You need Matt for a drunk stream. Well, the thing is, if we might have to do it like where we're streaming, he's doing the stream because I think he could probably maintain the stream longer drunk than I could. And plus, he would be able to do it on a channel where, like, I don't think on YouTube they would look too kindly on that. Four Loko is malt, so that would count. So we'd have to do a Four Loko, probably. Like if there is a generic flavor of Four Loko, we would probably have to do that. I've been on the wine train lately. I used to drink wine. I think my favorite wine is probably Chianti. I know it sounds kind of weird, but it has this kind of creaminess to it that I really, really like. And it's a little bit sweeter. So Chianti has always been one of my favorite wines, and especially like if I'm having Italian food with a glass of Chianti. But I'm not a big wine drinker. So like if I go to parties or something where somebody goes, "Would you like some wine?" I'm like, "Not really." Like, now we got some beers. I'm like, beer's good. And it's kind of like I will drink a Bud Light before I'll take a glass of wine, but I'll just drink a Bud Light to be polite, because honestly, I'm not really crazy about Bud Light. So, and I'm a slow drinker anyways. I don't drink to get drunk or anything. So if I go to a party where they have alcoholic beverages, like I might have a beer, and that beer will last me like an hour and a half or something like that. So there we go. Don't drink that. You'll die. That's right. Schlitz Gold Bull is 8.5. It seems to me that it would be higher than that. Like 8.5 isn't that much for like I've drank some beers. Lagunitas had one. I can't remember. I think it was a Lagunitas Stout that was something like 14% ABV. And that's just a regular beer. It's not a malt liquor or anything else like that. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. it is to enjoy not getting drunk. Yeah, exactly, Ray. And the thing is I like the flavor of beer, and that's why like you'll notice that when I'm doing these live streams, I'm never doing the same beer twice that I know of. Only because, like I said, I like the flavor of beer, and some of these beers I try and I go, yeah, I would never do that again. And then other ones, like I think one of my favorite beers is Deschutes, which is a brewery in Portland, Oregon. Deschutes Black Butte Porter is like one of my favorite beers of all time. So whenever I go back up to Portland, I always go to their brew pub. And I get a Black Butte Porter when I'm up there. So Bartles and James wine coolers are actually malt liquor. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like if we did an episode, they call them bum wines. Is it a YouTube channel? It's a website. There's a website called Bum Wines, www.bumwines.com. Check it out. And they review I think it's like 6 bottom of the barrel wines, or things that like purport to be wines, but like even the companies that make them disavow them. So we're talking like Richard's Wild Irish Rose, MD 2020, which is like people call it Mad Dog, MD 2020. Let's see what else. Cisco, Thunderbird. And I can't remember there. So we did an episode where we tried to get the ones that they do on Bum Wine, where they review on Bum Wine. And if you've not gone to Bum Wines to see the reviews, you have to. The reviews are hilarious. The reviews on there are hilarious. But they're fortified wines. They call them bum wines, street wines, but technically they call them fortified wines. So they kick the alcohol up on these, and for all intents and purposes, they don't deserve to even be called wine. So with Toby Funk, we did an episode where we tried to get the same ones that they do on Bum Wine, and we had a problem getting nitrate because apparently they don't make nitrate anymore. So I sent a letter to E&J Gallo, who actually make nitrate, but they don't tell people they make nitrate. But I sent a letter to E&J Gallo, and they sent me a very, very nice letter back stating, hey, although we appreciate that you love our product, unfortunately, there wasn't as big a market for it, and so we've discontinued making it, and we're sorry about that. And I'm like, I'm not sorry, but I've had it before. It's terrible. It's really terrible. So that was not included in our fortified wine episode. Did you see that Domino's is coming out with a wine like kangaroo? I'm not sure what that means. Like, it's a kangaroo wine. It's made with kangaroo. There's a brand called Kangaroo or something. I don't know. I'm not sure. No, Adam, I've so wanted to try the Yingling, and I can't find it anywhere. So I've tried any of the places around here, like Total Wine and More, that get all kinds of beers and stuff. I cannot find it here. So I'm going to have to wait till I get out to Pennsylvania to try the Hershey chocolate beer. I've always wanted to try that and just cannot find it anywhere, and I don't think they ship. So I thought Mad Dog was called Mogan David. I think you are correct. Ray. I think Mogan David is MD 2020. Is made by Mogan David. Hey, John King is in the room. Welcome, John. Glad you could make it. My bad. The wine brand is called Yellowtail. It has a kangaroo. Okay. And they're going to be selling this at Domino's? That's weird. When will they start selling pizza? All right. So let's get on to this. I've wasted maybe 10 minutes. I didn't waste it. We're here to talk about food. We're here to talk about travel. And so that's what we just did. And that's fine. That's all. It's all very well and good. You guys are all right with that, right? We're here to talk about food and travel. If you guys want to start a conversation about food and travel, that's fine. If I start a conversation and I go off on a tangent about food or travel, that's fine too. But we'll get there. We will get there. All right. So this is from a company called Vergani, and this is torrone with almonds. Now, we've done torrone before. We've done it several times. We usually do it around Christmas time because that's when you can find it more at Christmas time. But I got this at Rafi's, which is a Middle Eastern grocery, and they have this here. It is a product of Italy. I don't know why it's in a Middle Eastern grocery, but but here we are. This is from Vergani. This is product of Italy, and if you look on the box, like most of the writing here is in Italian. Vergani was founded in 1881 by Secondo Vergani, so we know what order he was born in. His name's Secondo, who acquired a grocery in Porta Venezia, Italy, or as we call Venice. Right? So he acquired a grocery in Porta Venezia, Italy in 1881, and he started manufacturing this. Well, he started manufacturing a bunch of it. It was a grocery. It was originally a grocery. So we're going to eat, we're going to try this. And again, I think we tried maybe 3 brands altogether. I know for our Christmas episode one year, we did some torrone candy because growing up in an Italian-American household, this was like, you didn't have Christmas without torrone. We called it torrone candy. It's not really candy per se, but we call it torrone candy. And you can't have an Italian Christmas without, pizzelle and torrone and zipoli and stuff like that. So yeah, I got it upside down. I don't even realize that. So again, we're going to try a new torrone today, and this is torrone with almonds. Now, question about torrone is, when was torrone? And torrone is a nougat. Basically, it's nougat. So when was torrone or nougat invented? When? I think I saw a little tab here. Here we go. I think you're supposed to open it this way. I think. I could be wrong, but how often does that happen? I am wrong. It doesn't happen that way. All right, how are we going to do this? I don't see a logical way to open this. We're just going to wing it. Val, don't ever forget the maggots. They do not make a maggot-flavored torrone, John. And I doubt you would ever let me forget the maggots. I was talking to somebody about maggots yesterday. Not yesterday, over the past couple of days. But I got in discussions with somebody about maggots. And they're like, where do you get maggots? And I'm like, the pet store. They have maggots. And they go, yeah, but aren't they mealworms? Because mealworms are not fly larvae. Mealworms are beetle larvae. And then they have waxworms, which are moth larvae. So they're all insect larvae, but true maggots are fly larvae. And those are hard to find, but there's a pet store nearby that actually does have maggots for food for your pets. And since they raise the maggots themselves, it's not like they went out to the dumpster to get one, they're healthy. So the thing that all of these torrones have in common is that they have that layer of, what would you call that? It's like it's almost like a paper thin, like a communion wafer, whatever you would call it. It's a wafer, I guess you would call it wafer. They always have a coating of wafer on it. Maybe it's so that when they pour it out, that the nougat doesn't stick to the pan. Maybe that's what it is. So let's see. I'm going to cut a piece off. I have a feeling if I break it off, it's going to go everywhere. So I'm just going to cut a piece. That is very dense. There's a little cross section there. Looks like pudding stone. Tom, I love your answer. That is a very long answer. This one, I want to use the word drier, but I don't know if that really applies here. It's not as sticky as some of the other ones. So some of the other torrones, they have there's like a little bit of stickiness to it. It's almost like a taffy consistency. This one's more dry and crumbly. It has the flavor there. I think this one's sweet. I don't know how it's sweeter or not as sweet as some of the other torrone candies. I got to stop calling them candy. It's not candy. Some of the other torrone, we called it that when we were kids, and it stuck. It's actually pretty good. I'm going to give that. I'm going to just go ahead and give that a thumbs up. There's nothing wrong with that. That's really good. It's just it's a completely different texture than the other torrone that I've had. So, but you know me, I like different, right? As long as not that texture is not like broken glass, It's fine by me. So yeah, I'm going to give it a thumbs up. Now, our question was, when was torrone invented? Let's see. We have to go back to some of these. Paper wafer. Let's see. Tom, it was the first one. He said, the exact origins of torrone, the Italian nougat, are uncertain, but it's thought to be ancient. Some say it dates back to the 1st century AD in Benevento, while others believe it originated in 1441. Wafa thin pepper. The chef, he made it especially for you. In Cremona, Tom says. Let's see. I think that's it. Okay, you're all right. You're all right. Nougat was first created, documented. Let's put it this way: documented. It was first documented as being created in 1441 for the wedding of Francesco Sforza and Bianca Maria Visconti. The dessert was made from honey, almond, and egg whites in the form of torrone, the tower of Cremona Cathedral. So yeah, you're all right. You all got it right. It's all correct. We're going to say 1441. It's probably been around before that, but the first documented instance of it being served was at this wedding in 1441. It's been around a long time, and it's not even stale. All right. Did I miss anything? I feel like I missed something. Steve was asking if we had fun with Old Guy Colorado. We had a blast. And as you'll be able to see in the videos, how much fun we had. And if I ever get a few hours straight to be able to do the long form videos that we did. So like I said, we did, okay. So we did three long form ones. We did the La Brea Tar Pits, the original Farmers Market, and the Getty Center. So that's going to take a long time for me to edit those, but I'll get those together and have those out to you, and it'll be a lot of fun. You'll see how much fun we had. And so with Tom and Janice, had a couple of fun-filled days. We went and did a whole bunch of stuff and filmed a bunch of stuff on Thursday, and then on Friday, which was Tom's birthday, we had dinner at Hop Woo in Chinatown, and that was fun too. So it was us YouTubers and our spouses were there, so it was a lot of fun. I'll bet those are based on even older Middle Eastern sweets. Yeah, I bet they are. All righty, so that's that. And again, if I didn't mention it, this is a product of Italy. What did I do with the box? Well, here it is. Well, it doesn't matter because I took it out of the box. All right, what are we doing next? We're going to TJ's next. We're going to do fruit from TJ's. Let's see, is that my second snack or my first snack? Holy crap. That's my first snack. And we are like 45 minutes into it. All right, no big deal. Let's see, which one of these do I want to do first? How about, yeah, let's do that first. So the next two are from TJ's Trader Joe's. This first one, this is a product of Thailand, and these are dried baby bananas. Now, I don't know if it's like dehydrated. I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's a whole banana or a sliced banana. I have no idea. All I know is they're Trader Joe's dried baby bananas. So as we mentioned before, I will just mention it casually because I have to mention the origins of the places that manufacture all these foods. This is from Trader Joe's. The first Trader Joe's store was the first Trader Joe's theme store was opened in 1967 by Joe Colum in Pasadena, California. It's on Arroyo Parkway, and it's still there. So that's a road trip for us to go and go to the original Trader Joe's. It's still there. But previous that, I think it was the late 50s, he owned a series of convenience stores called Pronto Markets. So he just took one of those Pronto Markets and he said, okay, I'm going to make a grocery store, and I'm going to kind of pattern the whole vibe after Trader Vic's in Emeryville, which is a completely separate thing. So 1967, Joe Colum, Pasadena, California, the first Trader Joe's store. And so we're going to try these dried baby bananas, but first, a trivia question. Who is the world's largest consumer of bananas? Again, who is the world's largest consumer of bananas? I don't mean like King Kong. He would be the largest consumer of bananas, but I mean that. I mean, the most people in one place. So let's go ahead and try these. It smells like alcohol. I mean, maybe there's some sort of preservative. Ingredients, bananas. That's it, just bananas. That's like a whole banana. That's a whole baby banana right there. I don't know how the thing about bananas was when you cut into them, especially like a banana flour. If you ever had banana flour, that's something you can get, go to Asian grocery, you can buy banana flour. And it's kind of like, it's almost like the consistency of cabbage. So you can make like a slaw from banana flour. That's really good. The only thing is that you have to cut it and put it immediately in water because it will oxidize. And when it oxidizes, it turns black. There's a few things that will do that. Will oxidize really quickly. Avocado will oxidize really quickly. So you notice that it turns black on the top of it, but it's still edible. It's still fine. But it just oxidizes. Lotus root, banana flour. They're all in that same category as things that will oxidize very, very quickly once they're exposed to air. So this is, like I said, this is a whole baby banana. There's nothing else in here, but it almost like I'm getting a taste of honey in here, which is really weird because it's nothing but banana. It may contain traces of coconut, because everyone knows a banana looks just like a coconut. That is odd. That's the oddest little thing. Really unusual texture, because it's not like, I'm sure you've had like banana chips, like plantain chips, and they usually put like honey or something on them. They're kind of really crispy. But these are not. They're a little bit chewy. They're sweet. They definitely have banana flavor, but they also have like some unusual sweetness to them. Like I said, almost like a honey flavor to them. Really odd. It tastes exceptionally sweet. How much sugar is in here? Total sugar is 27 grams. They don't add sugar. That was really weird. No cholesterol, no fat, no sodium. 34 grams of carbs. That is the oddest thing. All right. I'm going to give that a thumbs up because on Trippy Food, when it's the oddest thing, that's a plus, right? All right. So our question was, who is the world's largest consumer of bananas? Let's see. Adam Heb said Malaysia. Tom says his brother Randy. Miguel says India. Icehand says Monkey Island. That's a good guess. Nashi said potatoes? Avocados? Oh, I must have asked something. Things that oxidize quickly. Yeah, potatoes and avocados, they're definitely in there. Roland Mendoza is in the room. Welcome, Roland. Welcome back. Good to see you. Glad you could make it. Janice says Papua New Guinea. Let's see, who else? I think that was it. It is, in fact, India. India is the largest grower of bananas, and they are also the largest consumer of bananas. But, the size of the population of India, that is not surprising whatsoever. So, yeah, it is, in fact, India. Poor little baby bananas. They never stood a chance. I'll bet those are based on even older. Okay, we're talking about the torrone there. Let's see, make sure I got everything. Did I get everything? Huh? And I got a hello to Roland. Roland, you haven't been here for a while, have you? And Portmanteau is here. Welcome, Portmanteau. Glad you could make it. Now it's a party. That's good. That was surprising, too, because it wasn't an expensive beer. It was not an expensive beer, but it is good. All righty. So that was, 1, 2, okay. So we have another Trader Joe's product. This one looked interesting. These are Pink Lady apple chips. Now, no, they're not made from Pink Ladies. They are made from Pink Lady apples. So it's Pink Lady apple chips, but they're cinnamon apple Pink Lady apple chips. So it sounds like fun. There's not much else to it except that it's cinnamon sugar. Let's see. Okay, there's some other stuff in here. There's canola oil, tapioca, syrup, cane sugar, cinnamon, maltodextrin, natural flavor, and citric acid, because there's citric acid in everything. Oh, by the way, Janice, I don't remember which video it was that I think maybe it was one of yours that we filmed at Farmers Market, and I mentioned there was citric acid in here, but I didn't do because there's citric acid and everything, and I noticed that you put like in a little text in the bottom, because there's citric acid and everything. So I thought that was pretty funny that you called me on not calling out the fact that there's citric acid in everything. All right, so this sounds really interesting. Store in a cool, dry place. So have you ever had Pink Lady apples? Who's ever had Pink Lady apples? Actually, really good. Pink Lady apples. It's just another variety of apples. Oh, I didn't ask the trivia question. The trivia question is, who was the artist that painted Pinky, also known as Sarah Barrett Moulton, in 1794, and is sometimes referred to as Pink Lady? So who was the artist that painted Pinky, also known as Sarah Barrett Moulton, in 1794? What is packaged in Asia? Maybe they don't want you to open it from the bottom. Sold by weight, not by volume. Ooh, really nice smell. It smells like cinnamon toast. I don't smell the apple. Light and crunchy. Tart. Like the apple. It just melts. I don't think these are fried. You can break it down with your tongue. Wow, those are really good. I'm not a big fan of sweets, but I like the cinnamon flavor. Remember when we were kids, none of you guys have ever done this, ever had cinnamon toast, because it was an easy thing. So basically, in a bowl, you would mix your sugar and your cinnamon together, and then mix it up. You would take your toast to make it toast, and then you would put butter on it, and then you would sprinkle the cinnamon and sugar on there, and then you would like kind of shake off the excess, and the cinnamon and sugar would stick to the butter and toast. And that was like a really quick breakfast when we were kids. I used to love cinnamon toast when we were kids, but as I got older, I didn't like sweet stuff so much. This has just a perfect amount of sweetness, a perfect amount of cinnamon flavor, the perfect apple flavor, and the tartness from the Pink Lady apple. These are really good. I'm going to go ahead and give that a thumbs up. My question was, who is the artist that painted Pinky, also known as Sarah Barrett Moulton, in 1794? Let's see if anybody even answered that. Your brother, Randy gets around. Julie said Tommy Lawrence painted Pinky. Tommy Lawrence? No. Actually, she's right. It was Tommy Lawrence. It was Sir Thomas Lawrence, not Tommy. Sir Thomas Lawrence, only known as Tommy to his closest friends. Let's see, what else did I miss? No, Hasbro made Pinkie Pie, then My Little Pony. Oh, that's right. That's right. Because I remember you did Pinkie Pie for your police officer friend, My Little Pony. Is Pink's hot dog overrated? No, it is not overrated. The problem with Pink's is that it's, I have been to Pink's when it hasn't been very good, and I've been to Pink's when it was exceptional. Fortunately for us, when Tom and Janice and I went, it was exceptional. I don't know if it has to do with how many people are in line or not. Imagine if there's a lot of people in line, it's actually good because they're throwing hot dogs on the grill. But if they're trying to make a lot of them in advance and it's been sitting, Well, either in the grill or in the water. I don't know how they make them. But if they make them too far in advance, that's when you're getting a hot dog that's maybe not so good. They've always been made by Hoffy, so the hot dog hasn't changed. Doodle, what are you doing down there? Huh? What are you doing down there? The hot dog hasn't changed. It's just that the quality differs depending on when you go. As far as the freshness of the food and everything, it's good. It's really good. Janice and Tom are both in the room. You can ask them. They're actually really, really good. So, but like I said, you can go there sometimes. I guess the big question is, when we went there was no line. We just went right in. So I guess the big question is sometimes the line's 45 minutes, an hour and a half. Sometimes you're standing out there in line. Is it worth standing in line for an hour and a half? And then the answer is maybe. It depends. It's kind of a fun experience. And the thing about standing in line is when you are standing in line, you're standing in line with celebrities and stuff like that. So it's a good place to take people from out of town. Is it the best hot dog I've ever had in my life? Absolutely not. But is it the worst? Absolutely not. So they do have a very unusual and interesting combination of stuff. So I don't think they're overrated at all. I think I think it's really good. It depends on what you mean by overrated. If people are going, it's amazing, then it's overrated. If people are saying it's okay, it's underrated. So that's my thoughts, anyways. My dad lost his wallet at Pink's once. When we went back, someone had turned it in. LA people rock. Oh, that is cool. Yeah. Not all LA people rock, but it's nice that happened for you. I just did that last night. Made a chocolate pie. We just finished the cinnamon crust this morning. Ooh, yum. All right. Did I miss anything? I visited Pink Steve. The hot dogs are okay. You go for the atmosphere. Yeah, Jules, that's right. I thought it was Adam West who painted Pinky. No, it was Sir Thomas Lawrence. All right. Okay, Dad, gun to your head, a Friendly Frank, Kelly's Frank, or Pink's dog. Ooh. Haven't had a Friendly Frank in a long, long time, so I don't remember. Kelly's Frank was okay. It was just okay. I don't remember it being like any. I mean, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I will deny that. I won't deny that. I'm not going to say Friendly Frank only because I just don't remember. It's been so long since I had a Friendly Frank. Jules, when I come back, we'll go ahead and try to find one of the last remaining Friendlies and get a Friendly Frank so that I can remember what that like. Kelly's Frank was pretty good. Pink's dog is more about the stuff that you're putting on it. It's starting with a Hoffy dog, which isn't bad. I'm gonna go with Kelly's. I'm gonna go with Kelly's Frank because it's basic and it's pretty good. So I'm gonna go with, like, gun to my head, the Kelly's Frank, because I know what I'm getting. Right. It's a grilled New England bun and a Cayenne dog. Cayenne dog. I'm mad at Cayenne, Jules. You know why I'm mad at Cayenne? You do know why I'm mad at Cayenne, but do you feel like getting into that discussion as to why I'm mad at Cayenne? Because you made that trip to Chelsea with me. So, all right. So let's move on. And we're doing our last snack before our soft drink. And how are we doing on time? 2:03. Not bad. We're doing okay. All right. What's next? Oh, yeah, that. How many of you guys have had Ritter Sport before? Ritter Sport. It's a chocolate bar, right? Made in Germany, Ritter Sport. Do a close-up. This is Erdbeer joghurt. This is Erdbeer joghurt Ritter Sport, which is basically strawberry. Erdbeer joghurt is strawberry yogurt in Germany. This is a product in Germany. And this is from Ritter. Alfred Ritter is the name of the company. Alfred Ritter was founded in 1912 by Clara and, yes, Alfred Ritter in Stuttgart, Bad Cannstatt, Germany. The Ritter Sport Schokolade product line was launched in 1932. So 1912 established. This candy bar, this chocolate bar, was launched in 1932. And this is called Sport Chocolate. So our trivia question is, what is the origin of the name Sport Chocolate? Why is it called Sport Chocolate? And it's not because of how far you can throw it. Why is it called Sport Chocolate? Let's not talk about it. There you go. This is like gives you some sort of instructions on how to open this, but the instructions are in German, so it's not helpful. Dog on a stick was a surprise. Well worth trying. Yeah, well, that one. So, Tom, the thing about hot dog on a stick is hot dog on a stick is in most malls. I don't know if anymore, but I know that it used to be like you could go to any mall in Southern California. I don't know how far out they went besides Southern California, but in most malls, they had a hot dog on a stick. But the one that I sent you to in Santa Monica was the original hot dog on a stick. So that was opened in 1940, I want to say 1947 or something like that. I don't remember exactly. But yeah, that shack where they make hot dog on a stick at the foot of the Santa Monica Pier is the original hot dog on a stick. It's been here since the 1940s. So, and so I don't know if they were making it when you were there. So I suggested you try the lemonade. And part of the reason is because they usually hand churn the lemonade. So there's somebody who's like there with the barrel, like, I know what that looks like, but they're churning lemonade. There's a woman on the wing and she's churning lemonade. There's something they're not telling us. So the hand churned lemonade is, it doesn't taste like lemonade out of a bottle, like lemonade you would buy in a store out of a bottle. It tastes like fresh lemonade. It tastes like lemonade you would buy from a kid's stand. So it's pretty good. You can see the big chunks of lemon floating around in there when they're making it. All right, here we go. Yogurt erdbeer. The Swedish chef, the German Swedish chef. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Nashies. It started in Santa Monica, the one that Tom went to, and they moved out from there. So, like I said, they do have them in a lot of malls, but I don't know how far out they go. Like you said, they do have them in Nevada. There was one in Atlanta. Okay. If only there was a way to find out. But there's not. Let's see. We're going to do hot dog on a stick locations. And again, the thing was, I had an argument with somebody who said, well, it's a corn dog. It's like, it's not a corn dog. It's not a hot dog. And it's a hot dog, but it's a turkey hot dog. The original one, made in the 1940s, was made from turkey. So let's see, locations. Has over 50 locations throughout the U.S. I think they used to have more, actually. Site map, that's what we're looking for. Menu, rewards, food truck, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. Spin to win, no, thank you. Our story, news, featured press. Locations, I want locations. How hard is this? Order online, franchise login. Locations. It's always the last thing you find. You can't just see a map. I just want to see a map. Just give me a map. Just tell me what all the locations are. This is asking me for something very specific. I don't want something very specific. I want everything. Location services currently disabled. You know what? To hell with it. I got things to do. All right. Getting back to this. Really, really nice. That strawberry yogurt is kind of creamy. It does have the taste of strawberry yogurt, but it's not like over the top on the strawberry. It's really nice, lightly sweet, really creamy, kind of melts in your mouth, and it's a really, really good chocolate. So it's not like your pukey Hershey's chocolate or anything like that. I am going to give that a big thumbs up. That is really, really good. And if you like chocolate, especially if you like cream-filled chocolates and everything like that, you would love this. You would absolutely love this. I'm going to give that a big thumbs up. Now, the question was, what is the origin of the name Sport Chocolate? Let's see what people said here. Made for the Olympics. That's a good guess. Sport jacket pocket. don't know if that would work as a sport jacket pocket. Let's see. Sport chocolate is square so that it would fit in a sport coat and not break. Let's see. Turkey Hill has really good lemonade for store-bought. They made zero sugar lemonade with all of that. I agree. Carney Legend is to those lemonade dispensers where you can see the lemons contained in them have the same lemons in them from 200 years ago. They're preserved in alcohol. Yeah, well, sport jacket pocket is the closest guess, I would say. And the fact that it was square, so it would fit in a sport coat and not break. Yeah, it was a chocolate bar designed to fit in the pocket of a sport coat. So that's why they call it sport chocolate. So the next time you're in some place that has Ritter Sport chocolate, you'll know where the name comes from. Alrighty. I think that was 4 snacks, pretty sure. What happened here? Oh, it'd help if I pressed the right button. Yes, I did 4, so it is time for our soft drink. Now, this says mojito on it. And I know this, we're doing a soft drink, right? We're not doing an adult beverage. But in big letters, well, maybe not big letters, but right up there, non-alcoholic. So they don't even put like a fake alcohol in here. So this is from a company called Fonti di Crodo. It's a Fonti di Crodo Mojito. It is, which is really weird because mojito is a Cuban thing. So mojitos were made in Cuba, but this is Fonti di Crodo Mojito, and this is a product of Italy. The company, the former name of the company, which is Trippy di Crodo, was founded in 1931 in Crodo, Italy. Now, the thing about Crodo, Italy is they're known for their spring water. So apparently some German soldiers, I mean, it was a long time ago, some German soldier, like a couple centuries ago, German soldiers were passing through and they drank the water from the stream and just thought it was amazing. And so eventually they tested the water and they thought it was just like so pure, good water from this stream. And so this company uses that water for their beverages. And so Fonti di Crodo means like fountain of Crodo, which is they're using the water from the Crodo River, I believe it is. So the ingredients in here: spring water from the Crodo Spring, lemon juice, sugar, carbon dioxide, so it's carbonated, lemon pulp, lemon mint, and lime natural flavors. So they go a lot heavy on lemon here, but you would think for a mojito it would be focused on lime. But it's the presence of pulp sediments is due to the natural components of the product keep away from sunlight and heat. Well, sunlight, that's not going to do anything unless it's going to heat the can up. So again, it is. They show a picture of the lime, but it's probably more lemon in it than lime. So it's lemon and mint. Let's see, lime mint, con polpa di limone e aromi naturali. Solo dei limoni italiani, Fonti di Crodo. Qualità dal 1931. I don't know how to say 1931 in Italian, or sound like I'm saying in 1931 in Italian. Acqua minerale delle Fonti di Crodo. All right, here we go. Anyone want to take a guess what color this is going to be? I'm going to say clear. Or somewhat clear. I have sincere doubts about how this is going to mix with that beer. A lot of bubbles, that's good. Ooh. Oh, wow. That has a serious mint taste. It's really tart. But I'm guessing that's because of the lemons, because the lemons are tartier than the limes. It's sweet, lots of nice bubbles. It's almost it almost has like a syrupy texture. I don't know that it tastes like a mojito. I didn't ask the trivia question. You got to keep me honest. Here's a trivia question. Again, I mentioned that mojitos were first made in Cuba. in Havana. So the question is, what alcohol is used to make a mojito? Now, Jules, I know you know this because you were a bartender for a while, but what, and Tom, you probably know this too. What alcohol is used to make a mojito? An alcoholic mojito, not this one. This is really, really good. I kind of wish they didn't use much lemon and used more lime. The mint is perfect. There's just a perfect amount of mint in there. You get the coolness of it, but you also get that mint flavor, which is like really, really important. I'm still going to give it a thumbs up. It's a thumbs up. To me, it's like a little bit, it's probably not an enthusiastic thumbs up just because for me, it's like a little bit sweeter than I would like it to be, but it's still really, really good. How many calories in here, which is mostly from sugar? 172 in this little can. So yeah, probably all from sugar. All right, so let's do this. Bubbles. In the words of Harrison Ford, I got a bad feeling about this. Hey, Grubwarp is here. Welcome, Grubwarp. Glad you could make it. Well, it's not terrible. That mint cuts through, though. It's really amazing. I think because even though this is a darker beer, it's a lot lighter and it doesn't have that alcohol burn to it. Usually when I mix the soft drink with the alcohol kind of comes through and you get that alcohol taste from it. And I don't really get that so much from here. It's just a weird combination to have that malt and wheat kind of nutty flavor mixed with lime and mint. It's just kind of weird, but not weird in a bad way. It's almost like something like the flavor of a sherry. If the sherry didn't have like an alcohol bite to it, like it's almost like medicinal flavor. It's not bad though. It's one of the better mixtures that I've done. I'm going to give that. I'm going to give it a thumbs in the middle, trending upward. Thumbs in the middle because nobody should do that, right? And trending upward because the flavors aren't really. There's no offensive flavor in there. There's nothing that really is, kind of like ruins it and everything. It's not something I would do again, but that's why I started thumbs in the middle. But trending upward because it's not that bad. All righty. So we're sort of at the halfway point. We're like 15 minutes past the halfway point, but we're okay. We're doing okay. All right. So let's go to, let's see, what's next here? Oh, sorry, didn't answer the trivia question. The trivia question was, what alcohol is used to make a mojito? Ice Hand said rum. Portmanteau said rum. Nashi said rum. Gorp said hi. Yes, we did make a beerjito. That's right. Beerjito sounds Japanese, though. That's weird. Yeah, you are correct. It is. It's very specifically a white rum. So I don't know if you guys have had the different. Rum can be a really varied thing. My cousin Dick one time he works for a liquor distributor, and one time he got, I think it was like 6 different bottles of rum, and we did a rum tasting, and it was amazing how none of the bottles tasted the same or even close to the same. They were all so much different. Some of them are dark rum, some of them are white rum, whatever. Aguardiente, which you've heard me talk about before because it is a social drink that we drink in Colombia, is made with white rum and anise. And they usually add sugar to it, although now they have some that have without sugar that are really, really good as well. So that stuff works better than truth serum. But what it does is it loosens your inhibition. So when I'm in Colombia and I have aguardiente, I speak better Spanish. And it just works out that way. All right. So, you know what? I was going to do this one next. I'm going to do this one last, and I'll explain why when we get to it. I'm going to do that one last. So I'm going to skip this one for now, and we're going to come back to this one. And let's go to this one. This is fun. Let's see. I always get that the wrong way. You guys can see that, right? So this is from Lowell Foods or Lowell International Foods. This is Lowell Foods pork and gelatin product. That's what it's called, pork and gelatin product. So you can imagine when I saw it sitting on the shelf saying pork and gelatin product, I said, I have to have this. This is a product of Poland. Now, if you think about it, like what is a pork and gelatin product? Well, it would be like Jello with pork in it. That would be a pork and gelatin product. Head cheese would be a pork and gelatin product. So, I mean, and that kind of sums it up, actually, if you think about it. So the gelatin comes from cooking down the parts of the animal, like the skin and the bones of the animal. That releases collagen, and that collagen in that broth, when you allow that to cool, that forms that gelatin. So, for instance, if you've ever cooked a ham, like a whole ham, you put it in the refrigerator. When you take it out the next day, it has that gelatin on it. That's because that collagen that comes out of cooking that, the meat and everything, the collagen that's in there, it solidifies into a gelatin, and that's what the gelatin is from. So head cheese, what they do, I think we talked about this before, is they cook down a pig's head. They cut it in half, take out the brain and the eyes because they kind of add an unwanted flavor to it. And they usually put the trotters in with it. They cook it in a big pot. They let it cook down until the meat falls off the bones. So they take the meat off the bones, and then they chop that up and they put it in like a loaf pan. And then they pour the broth into that. So they put that in the refrigerator. So what happens is that the broth works its way in between the pieces of meat and then forms that gelatin. And when you take it out, you slice that into slices, and that's a lunch meat. So that's what head cheese is. I think we've done head cheese on the live stream before. I don't remember. I know we've done head cheese in a couple of episodes, but I don't remember if we did it for a live stream or not. So this says pork and gelatin product. So my guess is, especially because it's cold, it is not hot, is that this is probably like a head cheese, like it's kind of solidified. It's interesting. It's ready to eat. The serving suggestion shows it like in a salad, which is kind of a weird thing. This is a product of Poland, which I guess that's Polish writing. Ingredients: pork meat, pork fat, water, salt, pork gelatin, ground onion, herbal pepper, that's odd, and natural black pepper. Distributed by Lowell Foods, Franklin Park, Illinois. And Lowell International Foods was founded in 1993 by Conrad Lowell in Franklin Park, Illinois. So our trivia question about gelatin is, what is the name of the company that made Jell-O prior to being merged to form General Foods in 1927? Again, what is the name of the company that made Jell-O prior to being merged to form General Foods in 1927? All right, let's give this a shot. I think we might eat this right out of the can. Ooh, that's disturbing. Yum. All right, so it's not completely solidified. Part of it is, so you can see that kind of gelatin sitting in there. I'm just going to take a spoonful of this. Just a spoonful of pork and gelatin helps the medicine go down. Ooh, look at that. It's like dog food. Let's see if we can get closer to that. Don't eat it, you'll die. All right, here we go. So again, this gelatin is not solidified. I think that if I took the contents of this can and put it in a container and put it in the refrigerator overnight, it would be more solid gelatin. So this one, you can see there's like a little bit of, well, you can't see it, and I can't really tilt the can because then will get it all over the place. Maybe you can see it from there. You can see that it's like liquid. So I think if I left this can in the refrigerator overnight, I think that it would solidify and it would be more like head cheese. The pork itself is more like a pate, so it's kind of creamy. And actually, you get the fibers, the meat fibers in there, but it just really kind of melts in your mouth. And there's like no chewing required for this pork. So I don't know, like you say, like I would heat this up. If you heat it up, the gelatin melts, it melts away. And so when you actually take the pork out, all you're left with is really pork because everything else is kind of melted away. And you really don't want that. You really want the gelatin to be in there. So I would say that this would be better to put it in the refrigerator and make it cold and then eat it, slice it and eat it when it's cold. I think would be better. The flavor itself is fine. It's like a little bit greasy, but it's fine. Really, really tender meat. So there's nothing chewy or gristly or anything else like that in there. It's really unusual. It's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and give that a thumbs up. Maybe not an enthusiastic thumbs up because I don't think this is for everybody, and I think it would take some getting used to and everything. But I'm going to personally give that a thumbs up. I think if I leave this can in the fridge overnight, Claudia will be unhappy with your decision. Well, I'll cover it, of course. All right, so let's go back to our trivia question, which is what was the name of the company that made Jell-O prior to being merged to form General Foods in 1927? Janice said Postum Cereal Company, and Julie said GM. Maybe not. Isan said Kraft. Okay, it is in fact those. You may have mentioned companies that were involved in the merger to create General Foods. In other words, Postum Cereal Company may have been involved in the merger to create General Foods, but it was a merger with the company that was making Jell-O as well. So it became General Foods because it merged with a bunch of other companies to become General Foods. I didn't see anybody name the company that made Jell-O prior to being merged into General Foods in 1927. The name of the company was the Jell-O Company. It was the Jell-O Company was the name of the company. It had actually gone through a couple of name changes prior to that, but in 1927, when they merged into General Foods, the company that was making Jell-O was the Jell-O Company. So that's kind of what I was looking for there. All righty. Man, I want to drink something, and then I have so many options here. Let me do a beer. I should have my New England coffee because it's my breakfast coffee. All right, what's next? Yeah, let's do this one next. All right. How is everybody doing? I've been so busy talking, so busy thinking about myself, and not you guys. How are you guys doing? Hope you guys doing okay. Are you having fun? I'm having fun. You're having fun. We're going to have more fun. No, never mind. I'm not going to do that. We're going to have so much fun, we're going to need plastic surgery to wipe the smiles off our faces. We're going to be whistling zippity-doo-dah. Yeah, whatever. You guys get it. All right, so this is from a company called Sadaf. You know Sadaf because we've done a lot of their products before. They do Middle Eastern and Mediterranean and Eastern European groceries. They're a very, very large company, Sadaf is. And these are Sadaf Moroccan sardines in harissa. So they're very, very specific about being Moroccan sardines. I don't know what difference that makes, but these are Moroccan sardines in harissa. This is a product of Morocco. So some of you might be saying, what is harissa? Well, harissa explains it all. Here's what harissa is. Harissa is a pepper paste. And I say it's a pepper paste because it does use some chilies in it, but it also uses just some regular red pepper. And it's a paste that they make in Morocco, typically in Morocco, that they use to either cook foods in or add to foods and everything to give them a little oomph. So just made a cauldron of chicken and veggie soup. That sounds good. Couch locked instead of cleaning, but oh well, tomorrow is another day. It is another day, portmanteau. And hopefully we will get that day, right? All right, so we're going to try these. We've done sardines, a lot of different sardines, and a lot of different seafood, and a lot of things, seafood is packed in can. Sadaf's premium sardines are sustainably wild caught from the Atlantic Ocean coasts. These tasty sardines are packed within hours of being caught and are sealed to preserve its natural fresh flavor. Enjoy these spicy harissa flavored sardines on crispy crackers, on fresh salads, or even chopped into stews and sauces. No, we're going to eat them out of the can. All right, here's a question. Here's a trivia question. Our trivia question is, from what region did harissa originate? From what region? Contains fish. Well, I hope so. Manufactured in a facility that also processes soy, product of Morocco. Oh, it has 1,700 milligrams of omega-3. Can't beat that with a blunt object. It's Doodle, the Prince of Darkness. Doodle, did you smell the can of sardines opening up? Is that what it was? I know. You want another. Now, here's the thing, Doodle. I have remnants of your dogs. Doodle, you want to come up here and say hi? You want to say hi to everybody? Come on. Come here. Come here. Let's say hi to everybody. Let's say hi. Doodle, the Prince of Darkness, everybody. Isn't he adorable? He's such a adorable little pup. He's just so adorable. All right, Doodle. So I think you have another snack in here. I can give you one of these. It's a small piece, but you know, I'll leave that there for you because you look like you want something else, and I don't really have anything here that I don't think you can have. Because I think, let's see, what do they put in the pork? Can you have that? Nope, it has onion in it. Can I give that to you? Because it has onion in it. Sorry, dude. I do not want to make you sick because then I have to clean up after you. Ooh, that is red. It almost looks like tomato sauce, but it is not. Doodle smells the sardines, and Doodle likes the sardines. But again, Doodle, I don't know if I can give you this. Let's see, what's in here? Sardines, tomato sauce, chili. You're not going to like the chili, Doodle. You are not going to, I promise you, you're not going to like it. All right, let's see if I can get that can open. At least mostly open. I'm willing to, there we go. And this we'll take out with our fork. Whew. Ooh, that got a whiff of fish. All right, here we go. Sardine. I'm tasting sardines. Ooh. Wow. They don't mention what kind of chilies they use to make the harissa. Here's the weird thing. I can feel it on my lip. I feel my lip burning. My mouth isn't really burning that much. And again, it's a mixture of peppers. That is an odd thing. That is pretty good. Now, the thing about sardines packed in cans is you ask yourself, well, you know, what can I make with that? What kind of things can I put in that? There's really not a lot. You could make like a tuna salad kind of thing with that, I suppose. But really, there's not a whole lot. I mean, mostly what you would do with sardines that you get in a can is just eat them right out of the can. Those are really, really good. They have a really nice kick from the pepper. I'm going to go ahead and give that. I'm going to give it a thumbs up, but trending downward slightly. And I'm only trending it downward slightly because it kind of has this aroma of like Revere Beach at low tide. So yeah, it's going to be trending down a little bit for the smell, but flavor-wise, it's really, really good. So our question was, from what region did harissa originate? Let's see. What were the guesses here? Is this the favorite of Morocco Mole? Yeah, Secret Squirrel and Morocco Mole, Ice Hand. And if I'm not mistaken, Morocco Mole had a accent like Peter Lorre in Casablanca, if I'm not mistaken. Morocco Mole and Secret Squirrel. Man, I can't. That's been a long time since I saw that show. It was a cartoon, by the way, if you guys don't remember. So say Morocco Mole, it sounds like somebody who was hidden inside a secret organization or anything. Yeah, it's not that in depth or cerebral. So Janice Yamanaka said Tunisia. Tom says from the nether regions. My mom used to eat sardines and Limburger cheese together, like getting punched in the face while walking in. Limburger cheese and sardines. I like both. I just can't imagine them together. I do have some Limburger cheese. I could try that. That is odd. Limburger cheese and sardines together. Why would you do that? I mean, the thing is, I would think they would conflict, right? They're both very strong smelling. Why would you do that together? It would be really conflicting. But then again, I can't think of like a cheese that I would pair with sardines. Like what kind of cheese would I with? Maybe cheese whiz, like I put on sardines or something. I don't know. I'm not sure. Just added the gochujang to the soup. Ooh, that's going to be a nice soup. So Jules, when you make a pot of cauldron of soup, how long does that last? A few days? Like with the whole family? I don't really see, let's see, Jenna said Tunisia. I'm going to say yes, because it's basically North Africa. The whole region of North Africa is where harissa originates from. So if you get a chance to try something with harissa in it, do it, because it's really, really nice. I like that. All right, moving on. Let's see. We got 2 left? Yeah, 2 left. All right. Once again, Jack Links. Those guys are popular. All right, let's see. Gonna do some housekeeping here. Housekeeping. This is Jack Links Sweet Habanero Beef Strip. Now, it's not Jack Links like links belonging to Jack or links made from Jack. It's Jack Links. I'm a guy named Jack Link, and these are my Sweet Habanero Beef Strip. So let me kind of explain that. Link Snacks was founded in 1980. You okay there, dude? What happened? What was that all about? Here, I'm going to give you one of these. So I'm going to give one of these doggy treats, which I think are vegan, because I don't see any kind of meat in there. And I'm going to dip that in almond butter. There you go, dude. All right. He's a happy dog. All right. So Link Snacks is the name of the company. Link Snacks was founded in 1986 by John Jack Link in Minogue, Wisconsin. So that's where the company gets a name from, Jack Link, who's the name of the guy who founded the company. So John Jack Link in Minogue, Wisconsin in 1986. And so a lot of you probably know they're messing with Sasquatch ad campaign. So they have a lot of their commercials have Sasquatch in it. And somehow like they try to, I don't know, take the Jack Link's meat stick away from Sasquatch and, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. But Sasquatch figures a lot in a lot of their commercials and a lot of their imagery. So here's a question for you. Sasquatch is also called Bigfoot. Who coined the term Bigfoot? Who coined the term Bigfoot? And it was not Bilbo Baggins. All right, so let's go ahead. This is Sweet Habanero Beef Strip, slow smoked, dried, and seasoned meat bar. So it's not a meat stick. It is not jerky. It is a slow smoked, dried, and seasoned meat bar made with 100% beef. Maybe not 100% beef. There's habanero in here. Beef, sugar, there's brown sugar in here. Contains maybe they mean 100% beef for the meat. Beef, sugar, brown sugar, contains 2% or less of salt, water, flavors, yeast extract, habanero pepper, cultured celery extract. Cultured celery. Oh, they go to the celery ball. The cultured celery. Do you know the celeries from the Hamptons? Are you familiar with the celeries from the Hamptons? They are cultured. So I will tell you, Julie, that you're on the right track, except it's not a place. So I'm looking for a person, but it was actually in California where they got it. Doodle, you can't have it. Maybe you can have this. No, it has habanero in it. You don't want this. Trust me, you do not want this. It has habanero in it. Oh, that's a really nice smell. What can I give you here, Doodle? I can't give you there's chili in the beef strip. There's chili in the fish. There's onion in the pork. I can't give you any of those. I'll give you another treat. That's it, though. All right, one more, and that's it. Because I bet you haven't eaten your lunch yet. You can have one more of these. I could give you a baby banana. I bet you eat the crap out of a baby banana. If you come back, I'll give you a baby banana. All right, here we go. I'm just gonna snap me off a piece of this. A little greasy on the outside. Wisconsin are the sausage kings, Jules. Especially like for pickled sausage. Oh, that sneaks up on you. Especially like pickled sausage and stuff like that. Yeah, Wisconsin. And Minnesota. Your brother Randy gets around. That has some serious heat. It's less than 2%. The only thing is, it's habanero, so it's not an extract. I just wish it had more of that fruity habanero flavor. I tasted sugar. I tasted brown sugar. I taste the beef. I get the heat from the habanero. I just use a little bit more habanero flavor, I think. And the texture is really interesting. It's more like, well, it's kind of like the Jack Link's nuggets, you know, that texture that has. So like some beef jerkies, it has that woody, pulpy kind of thing. You have to just pull it away from, one of those things. It doesn't really have that. And then it's not like a really soft chewing one. There's a little bit of texture to it. I like the texture. I like the flavor of the meat itself and everything. I just wish that they had a little bit more habanero flavor. So I am going to give that a thumbs up, but trending downward slightly. I just would like to have a little bit more habanero flavor. Doodle, I know these things smell awesome, but I can't give you any of it. You're not going to like, trust me, you're not going to like this. You're licking your, what did I say I was going to give you? I'm going to give you a baby banana. I will give you a baby banana. Because you can have this in it. It only has banana in it. Would you like a baby banana? Maybe I won't give you a whole one. They're all stuck together. I will give you a half of a baby banana. How does that sound? Well, it has to sound good because I have no other options. I'm going to give you half of a baby banana. You want that? He likes that. And it's just a banana. I don't know. Can dogs eat bananas? It's too late to think about that now. All right. So our question was, who coined the term Bigfoot? I love that Janice knows this. So Julie said state of Oregon. Tom said his brother Randy, which is probably the right answer. Janice said Jerry Crew, a bulldozer operator. So the answer, Jerry Crew, a logging company worker in Humboldt County, California, coined the term in 1958. In 2000, so what happened was at the place where he worked, he discovered these huge footprints in the mud, these great big footprints in the mud. And there were things like 50-gallon barrels that were moved that like one person by themselves couldn't have moved these 50-gallon barrels, and these huge footprints in the mud. And I think they actually took a cast of those large footprints in the mud. So this was back in 1958. Now in 2002, the family of one of Jerry Crew's co-workers named Ray Wallace, who had recently died, when they went through his belongings, they found in his belongings a collection of large carved wooden feet in his basement. And so they stated that Wallace had secretly been making the footprints and was responsible for the tracks discovered by Crew. So when Crew reported that he saw he had the Bigfoot tracks and everything, it was made from this guy, Ray Wallace, who had these big wooden feet. And I don't know if he strapped them to his own feet. I don't know exactly what it was, but he used these big wooden feet to make the giant footprints that Jerry Crew thought was a Bigfoot Sasquatch. So that's where the name comes from. Fang will take the other half. Yeah. Doodle, are you okay? You're shaking. Are you okay? Look, that's it for the snacks, okay? That's it for the snack. Did you eat your food? Do you have a bowl full of food in the kitchen? If I go out in the kitchen, am I going to see a bowl full of food that you haven't eaten? Have you eaten your food? No. Look, I just gave you the banana. You took it and you put it over there and you spit it out. It's a banana. That's all there is. It's just a banana. You don't like that? I can't give you anything else. Everything has garlic or onion or pepper or something in it. Stuff that you can't have. Do you understand that? I don't want you to get sick. All right? All right? Don't want you to get sick. So you can have the banana or you'll have to wait. Now, do you have food in the kitchen? Did you eat your food? Did you eat your food? Go see if you have food. If you have food in the kitchen, you should eat that. No more snacks, okay? Doodle, the Prince of Dogness, everybody. All right. So, and Doodle wants to come up here because there's food up here. But Doodle, you can't have this food. You can't have this. I wish I could give you this food. I cannot. I cannot give you this food. I'm sorry. Oh, he accepted that. But he's up to something. All right. Yeah. So Jerry Crew was the person who coined the term Bigfoot from Humboldt County, California. It's a good thing Doodle can't afford his own personal dietitian. Yeah, he's a mess. You know when you put him down, he flipped you the paw. Yeah, I know that. Oh, he flipped me both paws. Okay. We have one left, and I will tell you the reason why we're doing this one last. So these are broad beans. This is from the company is called Six Fortune. This is Six Fortune Sichuan broad beans. This is a product of Taiwan. The company that makes the Six Fortune product line is Scholar Enterprises. They were founded in 1975 in Taipei, Taiwan. Now, the reason that I wanted to do this last is because this product it's broad beans, but it's made with Sichuan peppercorns. Now, I don't know if you guys have a lot of familiarity with Sichuan peppercorns, but the thing about Sichuan peppercorns is it does have a level of spice. It does have a level of heat, like capsaicin heat, but it also has this effect that it numbs. It has this numbing effect, and then maybe it does that so that it lessens the effect of the heat. I'm not sure, but it has this numbing effect. But one of the side effects of that numbing effect is that it changes the flavor of other foods. Like, for instance, if we had done that and then done 3 snacks after that, I wouldn't be able to trust the flavor of those snacks afterwards because the Sichuan peppercorns messes with your system and makes things taste different. If you go back to one of our very, very early episodes, I was testing remedies for capsaicin. And basically, I put a dab of extract on a piece of chicken. Now, one of the things that I tried to use for remedy was a handful of these Szechuan peppers. And so I did that. And afterwards, when I started eating, I tried drinking ice water and it tasted salty. I tasted like I tried tasting other things and it just totally messed with my senses of my flavor palette, whatever. And so I was, it kind of messed me up and everything, but it's because these Szechuan peppercorns actually change, they have a numbing effect and they change your taste buds and everything. So that brings me to the next question, which is, what is the substance that creates a numbing effect in Szechuan peppercorns? But again, the reason that we're doing this last is because I didn't want to do that and then do 3 snacks and then not be able to trust what I was tasting in those 3 snacks. So that's why we're doing this one last. Doodle, you don't want this. No, you don't want this. Trust me, you don't want this. You think everything's a snack that you should eat, and it's not. It definitely is not. All right, let's see. Hang on, Doodle. This one only opened part way. Your group reading is going to be suspect, ladies and gentlemen. That's true. I'm going to have to go easy on this when I'm doing the goût mélange, because this will change the goût. What kind of beans? Oh, I thought you said brown beans. No, broad beans. Apparently, they get them drunk and then they take them in the back room and they cook them. So this is a broad bean. It looks like it's in the husk, and it worked its way out. Maybe they boiled that or something. Crunchy, not crispy, crunchy. Not getting the Sichuan heat or the numbing. Maybe I have to eat like 30 of these or something. They taste like broad beans and they taste pretty good. Ooh, something smells fishy in there. They break down pretty easy. Sweetened with sucralose. Maybe I should have opened that from the bottom. I mean, look at all the stuff that's in here. I just got a hint of salt there. Palm oil, salt, monosodium glutamate, chili, Sichuan pepper, aniseed powder, cinnamon powder, maltodextrin, black pepper, chili extract, Sichuan pepper extract, sucralose, sodium phosphates. I'm just tasting broad beans. Maybe I should have opened that from the bottom, but it has one of those resealable things on the top. Oh, there's some heat. There's a little bit of heat coming up. All right. I don't know how many of these you need to eat to get that Sichuan pepper experience, but too many, I think. Here's the thing. They taste good. I like them. It's a really nice snack. It does have a nice level of heat that slowly builds. So I think like if I eat some more of those, I think the heat would get hotter. I am not getting that Sichuan peppercorn numbing experience so much, but I guess that's a good thing. I'm going to say thumbs up, trending downward. Trending downward slightly only because I'm not getting that experience. It's not that I really want to get that experience. It's just that they advertise that it is made with Sichuan peppers, and I should be getting that experience, and I'm not. So, thumbs up, trending downward on that. Now, our question was, what is the substance that creates a numbing effect in Sichuan peppercorns? Let's. I got that one stuck in my throat. The government guess was cocaine. No. But Sichuan peppercorns come from Asia, and cocaine is a derivative from coca, which is from South America. Let's see. Julie says they contain HAS, or HAS is what she's saying. And then she says hydroxy alpha sensual. They create a vibration in the mouth, eating tiny rocks. Maybe it's only in the corns and not in the extract. All right. So yeah, Julie is absolutely correct. It is HAS, hydroxy alpha sensual. And that is the substance that numbs your mouth, but it also, again, messes with your palate and makes things taste different than. Well, Janice, sorry, we already answered the question. Yes, but you are correct. It is hydroxy alpha sensual is the substance. All right, so we are done with that. We are done with all our snacks. It is time for goût mélange. All right, so let's see. I'm going to break these up. I don't know if I can without them going all over the place. Will they break? Yeah, there we go. And since these don't have that big numbing effect, I'll put a few in here. A really nice flavor, though. It's sort of like a lima bean flavor, a little bit like that. That's nice. All right. And we have our Jack Links. I'm just a sweet habanero. I don't think that was a song. Well, how do you do? I see you found my faithful handyman. Anybody know what I was singing there? I bring broad beans as a work snack sometimes, then smile and have the stupid skin covering. Usually, like, it depends on what, like, if I'm going to be in a work environment where there's a lot of people, depends on what what the atmosphere is like. So if it's in like a hostile environment or anything, and I'm going to bring a snack to eat with everybody else, I'm usually bringing like corn nuts because of the smell and the sound. Break this one up a little bit and make bite-sized Jack Links and habanero. That ought to be enough. All right, now let's see. Let's do some baby banana. These are the oddest things, these baby bananas. The oddest little things. That's going to be tough. It's kind of sticky. I might cut my finger off trying to do this. They're like really sticky when you cut into them. Yeah, it's an odd little thing for sure. I noticed, we didn't do any like chips today. We didn't do anything like chips. We usually do at least like one kind of chip, but today we didn't. I played Dr. Scott the last 2 years, Shadowcast. Oh. So the one they throw the toilet paper at. Let's see. Sardines. Where's my fork? Oh, here we go. The broad beans are all over the floor now. Oh, yeah. All over the floor. The entire bag is empty. All righty. Well, I'll be cleaning that up afterwards. Look at this. I don't know if you could see that. No, it disappeared. There was a sardine spine. I can see why some people don't like sardines. I think it might be the smell. Flavor-wise, they're pretty good. You have to like fish. You have to like seafood. All right, let's do this pork now. That is an odd thing. No, you know what? That might be good with scrambled eggs. But the thing is, when you cook it with the scrambled eggs, it's going to melt. It's going to melt the gelatin. So I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. All right, our Pink Lady apple chips. What do we got left? Oh, our Ritter Sport. We got those left. That breaks down nice. Put a couple more in there. Yep, got it, Dave. Oh, the humanity. Oh, the broad beans. All right, let's see. Our torrone. Our little communion wafer. That's really sticky. Yeah, this is going to be an odd combo for certain. Oh, the humanity. And our Ritter Sport, or the big yogurt. I know that's a Scandinavian accent, not a German accent. But, you know, saw a lot of J's and stuff in there. Did I put them in? I did put them in there. Let's see. What will happen when I break this up? Stay with me, people. We're almost ready. Alrighty. So, here we go. Did you guys see me miss anything? Did I forget anything? I don't think so. I think I had everything. I'm just going to try putting that pork in the refrigerator though and see what happens with the gelatin. All right, this is going to be odd. I can already tell. Here we go. Oh, I smell the sardines. The texture that I get is the pork. I get that pork texture. I would think that the yogurt chocolate bar would kind of mess with this a little bit. It doesn't so much. Yeah, this one is a weird one, Jules. There's something really chewy in there. I think it's the banana. It's either banana or the Jack Link's habanero meat strip. Now, something in here is really sweet, and that's kind of off-putting. There's not much crunchy in there. There's not an offensive flavor, but oh, then there's a mouthful of chocolate right there. But the flavors that are there just don't belong together. And so they kind of clash. So again, it's not like one of those I'm going to be sick kind of clashes. They're just flavors in there don't belong together, but not offensive. So I'm going to give that a thumbs in the middle. One's a thumbs in the middle. Nothing offensive in there, but just the flavors just don't meld together very well. They're not really go together really well. So we did do the goût mélange, and I'm glad you guys stuck around for that. We're a couple minutes over, but it's not too bad. Thank you for staying. Thank you for staying with us, and thank you for joining us on this Valentine's Day weekend. Tomorrow in the United States is President's Day, and a lot of people have the day off. I don't know if you guys have the day off. I do. So if you do have off tomorrow for President's Day, enjoy the day off. Make the best of it. Go out and do something fun and eat something unusual. Do that for me. Eat something unusual. And then when we check back here next week, you can tell me what unusual thing you ate. Now, I will tell you that we are about 113, I think last time I checked, 113 subscribers away from 6,000. And if you remember, once we hit 6,000, we're going to do, these are a few of my least favorite things. So we had that to look forward to when we get there. I am also planning sometime in the next few weeks to do the durian gauntlet. Maybe we'll do that as a live stream with Janice, but because Janice got her 5,000 subscribers, we are going to do for her channel. We're going to do a Trippy Food live stream. She hasn't done a live stream yet, but maybe we'll do a live stream here, and we'll do the durian gauntlet for that live stream. So that'll be a lot of fun. So that's coming up. A whole bunch. Expect for the next couple of weeks, expect a new Trippy Food short to come out every single day, 6 p.m. Pacific time. So again, we are 117 subscribers away from 6,000. So whatever you can do to help, no fake subscriptions, nothing like that. With the real deal. But if you can do something, please do. If you've enjoyed our channel and you have not subscribed, then please do so. Also, check out the other channels, Nashi's, Old Guy in Colorado, Janice Yamanaka, check out some of these other channels because they're really good. If you don't know who they are, go to our main page and scroll down to featured channels. They're all in there. I would not recommend them to you if I didn't think that you would like them. So watch them. And when you do go to their channels and you do like them, subscribe to them as well. And be sure to like videos and leave comments on the videos as well. That would be really helpful. So please do that. I would say still in the next couple of weeks, you're still going to see some more episodes coming out from Tom, from Janice, and from me. I think, I don't know how many we got out yet, but I know I have some more coming out with Janice in it and Tom in it that we filmed when Tom was here. So look forward to those and check out their channels as well. So I thank you so much. I really appreciate it. We are going into, again, this is going to be a holiday tomorrow and have off, and then nothing until May, unless I take a vacation. So, but hopefully we will do some more fun stuff for you and with you, and we'll have that for you coming up. So I appreciate every single one of you. You are a great community. I couldn't ask for a better community. Every weekend we get together, and only had to ban one person, and it was just, it was, I don't think they were real. So only had to ban one person. It's a great community. I really, really appreciate the support that you guys have given us over the years, and I will continue to do this as long as I can. So I'll be doing this, and when I don't have any teeth anymore, and I'm sitting in a wheelchair, and somebody has to feed me my durian, I will still be doing this, and I hope you will be joining us for that. So I thank you so much. You all have a pleasant week. Have a good week. But remember that it's crazy out there, so please be careful. Take care of yourselves, take care of others, and we'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.